Hello everyone, SirMonkeySuit or Zappy here, back again with Hunter x Hunter 1 episode 120, and in the last episode we had a nice little episode that featured a Calgo and a great little sort of, well, he tried to do like a little escape plan thing, but essentially facing off against Bravado the Lobster Dude, and it was a really nice episode, and really cool the way that he sort of went about it by, you know, being a bit sneaky and outsmarting Bravado by using like all of the stuff within the maintenance room and everything like that, and it was all to kind of get Bravado out of the picture, you know, by using the sleeping gas to make him pass out and then just kill him while he's asleep. Calgo couldn't do that, you know, because he's got a heart of gold, so, you know, bless him. But yeah, we had that. We had Morel asking whether or not he should attack the cocoon that Shia's in. I don't know. I don't see him attacking it, but I don't know, we'll see. And then also at the very beginning we had Killua versus Yuppie, which was a great sight to behold. It always is when Killua's like just going mental, you know, and I always love that. So yeah, but he's used his Godspeed sort of power right now. He's used that up, so I don't know if like how long before he can use it again. I imagine it's just one of those things where, like, you know, he's gonna have to like rest up before he can use it. It's like, I can only use it once a day, something like that, just because of how much power it exerts. Or energy, I should say, but yeah. So there's that, and yeah, I mean that's all I got. So I think we're not going to waste any more time. We're going to get into episode 120 and see what we get. So without further ado, let's go. Okay, episode 120. Fucking hell, where to start? There was a lot in there. I mean, here's the thing. I just. I knew that Shia was, because I thought that that's where he was heading anyway, to Kamugi and whatnot. And then this episode, I was like, wait a minute, like it feels like he's changed his tune somewhat, and wanting to know where the king was. But I mean, he's there now. I mean, if you dare, like, if Shaiapouf, if you dare to fucking walk. Yeah, because Gun's not in the, he's not in the mood right now, you know. And if he can't attack Nefapito right now, then the next best thing walks into the room. Oh dear, oh dear. And that's his main body as well. But yeah, God. What else? I mean, so yeah, Shoot. He was picked up by Nov, of course. Of course. I don't know why I never thought. Because before this mission all started, I said that at some point I feel like Nov's going to get involved, and I thought maybe it was for his like it would have been for Palm's sake or anything like that. But the fact is that because he went in there, why would he have gone in there to, like, in the first place, right? I think he's going after Palm, I think. But he came across Shoot and got him out of there. So yeah, right, Shoot's fine. He's out of the danger as well. So that's good. But I think he's going back in there. And I mean, yeah, so I'm guessing that's Palm that's in the cocoon that, like, I guess transforming or something. It said here that it will be born soon. Oh god. And I mean, I don't know if there's any way to undo or reverse what is happening to her, so I think she's probably fucked anyway. Oh, God's sake. Bloody hell, man. Crazy. So yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that Knuckle even left Shoot at any point, because the last time we saw him, he grabbed Shoot and started running, right? And I thought they were like leaving the palace together, but apparently not. I mean, he left them at some point. We didn't see when though. So yeah, there was that, but it doesn't matter because Nova went and picked him up anyway. And it looked like it looked like he didn't have white hair, which is interesting. I kind of want to go back and just see. Just to make sure. He's got black hair there. It's not white at all. So I guess he de-stressed. I don't even know if that's possible. I know that if you're immensely stressed, like, you know, like if you've been tortured to that point, then you got white hair. I don't think it goes back. So I don't know then. I mean, it's definitely Nov. It's definitely him. But yeah, I mean, God, who I don't know then. Fuck knows. It could be a case of him just waking up and it's like he's not fully, there yet. Like he's kind of a bit still out of it. So I don't know. Maybe he's like he's seeing Nov there, but it's like pictured like how he was beforehand. I don't know. Something like that. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, and then fucking from the very beginning of the episode, we had Morel who just decided to, I'm going to attack, and immediately, like, without any build-up or anything like that, he just straight up took out the cocoon. And at that point, Shia had his main body, when he was, B-sized or whatever, hid behind, like, some of the strands of the cocoon, and whatnot. And it's interesting that they played up the idea that, like, throughout this episode, was it a good idea or wasn't it a good idea to do what he did? But it seemed like Shia, from Shia's point of view, it was a bad thing that he did it, but it was a good thing because in the end it ended up saving Knuckles' life. So yeah, I guess it's just weighing up the idea of like what really is the right thing, I suppose. Is it getting the mission done or is it saving, your friends and whatnot? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, of course, Shia's fucking ability like allows him to make little annoying fuckers. But I mean, I knew as soon as he mentioned clones that they weren't the true body. I knew, and that it's not that he's unkillable. It's just that you need to attack the main body of Shia in order to do like any real damage. Otherwise, they'll just dissipate into those molecules. So yeah, even though he was in the cocoon, his main body was always going to be there, and that's something that cannot be transported. So, interesting. But anyway, he stole Morel's pipe and chucked it into a river or an ocean somewhere. So I don't know if he's ever going to get that back. But it's interesting because it put it. The fight was very interesting because it put it sort of like a countdown to Morel's power, the deep purple power anyway, because in order to create more he needed to use the pipe in order to create like smoke and then clones or like like people from that smoke, and because obviously he didn't have the pipe he wasn't able to make more, so it was just counting down. And I love that. I mean, I don't know how they set up that whole thing. I don't know when that actually occurred either, because Morel was in a suit. So that, I mean, that must have been far back, and I don't even know if it was around this, like, if they knew that this was going to be a mission that they were going to go on at that point, and that's what they were talking about and like set up for specifically this mission, or it was just something that he'd done like, whenever he first became the mentor or something. And it was like, if there ever comes a time when this happens, this is what you need to do. But I love the fact of like making it like basically one of the clones acting like the real one would, as soon as an opening presents itself, that a fake one would go up there, and then Knuckle came out anyway. But it was entirely based upon like sort of trust and faith that Knuckle would, because I mean, when they were talking, it was like, I'm going to make only angry clones of you, So it'd be based on the fact as if like Knuckles angry, generally that's the time when one would lose control. So you wouldn't be thinking about like, like how to, go about this fucking plan, and you would have to have trust in Knuckle not to just go mental anyway and just go for the opening. But it's the mark, because it worked. So yeah. The only thing is, I'm wondering, like, is it going to really affect the morale of Knuckle and Morel? I think specifically Knuckle, because he left him at some point and then he was gone, not knowing what has happened, unless he meets up with Nov at the point. But I don't think Nov's plan is to be seen by Morel or anybody like that whilst he's going in, because he said that he wouldn't go in. And I think he's just in there to try and get Palm out. So yeah, I mean, that's gonna come about at some point. And yeah, fuck's sake, man. Damn it. Why that Palm, for God's sake? Do you remember when it was a few episodes back now, but it was when we were watching the Phantom Troop go up against like the Chimera ants that were in the Meteor City or whatever, and I said that the people that were there, because I feel like they're getting the same, like Palm's getting the same shit that what happened there, where they were able to transform people into Chimera ants a different way, as opposed to making them like, devouring them like a queen would and then birthing Chimera ants, but instead being able to transform them on the spot. And I was like, that's like a fate worse than death, because you're being controlled but you know it, kind of thing. And I fear it's going to be the same thing here, and it's like, oh, why? Why? It's going to be a case where we're going to have to put out of our misery, kind of thing, it's so sucky. Those are the worst kind of ones, I mean, like I said, she's been cocooned and whatever, so I don't know what they've done to her so far, but the fact is that she's been in there, and she's been in there for like a few days at least. It just makes me think that like there's no way to reverse that, and it's going to be a case of, if they get there and force her out of the cocoon, she may be like halfway done, and that like would be like painful for us, so we'd have to put out of misery there. Or she is going to reach the end of the birthing process or whatever and be a fully formed fucking chimera ant under the control, that it's going to be a fight to the fucking, to the death kind of thing with her, which, oh god, not ready for that one. We also had Bizef as well, who got collapsed under the building, and I forgot, I guess, when the last time we saw him was before the attack happened, which I'm getting kind of turned around, and I forget like exactly how long this has been going on, considering the length of the actual mission has only been like 5 minutes at this point or whatever, whereas like there's been like quite a lot of episodes now within that space of time. So I'm kind of forgetting that the last time we would have saw Biza would have been before the dragon dive thing, at least, because that's how he got trapped under there, right? And then so I mean, with that we had what's her name turn up again. I don't even know when the last time we saw her. Just to try and get her name, because we did get her name, but I can't remember it. Yeah, I know I wrote it down, but there's no way I'll ever be able to find it, I don't think. But yeah, I mean, she was the one that had said, well, basically her her stomach had like sort of went back to normal. She said that Cheetah must have died then, because obviously it was the reason she was like that was because she was helping out Cheetah, right? With like her ability and whatnot. So yeah, that goes down whenever the person in question or whatever dies. But yeah, I mean, she's going off with that like cute little bug thing. Who's going to be second in command if she ever becomes a queen, which, I mean, let's be honest, I don't think is going to happen. But whatever. BZF has his own thing going on anyway, where he's just going to try to escape, and I guess I don't know really if anybody really cares, because there's like bigger things going on, so I think he's making it out worse than it actually is, and Welfin's following them anyway, so we'll see what happens with that. What else have we got? What else? I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, I don't really have anything else. I mean, Shaia's not he's unaware of Killua, because obviously he was under the influence of the God's accomplice with Mello, which is also good. I mean, it's just going to be a case of what happens next, because with Shaia heading to Komugi and whatnot, I mean, it's clear that he's pissed off that that Neferpitou is obviously healing Komugi, because he doesn't like that whole thing anyway, But it's a clear sign that when he walked in, Neferpitou had said immediately like stay back, because he knows what she knows what he's there for. But I just feel like I don't know which way this will go. If Shaia walks in, I fully assume going to like maybe just maybe just destroy him. Who knows? It's so like, I think it's unpredictable how powerful Gun is at this moment, you know? Like, because we've never seen him that pissed off before. And it could just be like, you know, it could be anything that could range from literally just one-shotting Shia into oblivion, you know? And it just being like, whoa, alright, that was that. But, you know, because they wouldn't be expecting Gun to be that powerful either, so, you know, it's not like they would have, like, some sort of defense up. I don't know. But we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, that's all I've got for this episode. So thank you everyone for watching. In the description below, I've linked to certain things. One of them is the Discord, so you can get yourself over there if you wish. And I also have a Patreon page as well. So if you do want to support me, I would very much appreciate it. There is a bunch of different tiers and rewards depending on how much you want to support me with. So there's the early access tier, $5 a month. Gives you access to shows a week early, and you get 4 episodes of Hunter Hunt every week. That's 2 on Monday and 2 on Friday, as opposed to the general public that only get access to 2 episodes every week, and that's on Monday. So by the time this episode comes out for the general public, you'll be able to go become an early access tier patron and have access to the rest of the show in reactions, because I'm coming up to the end now. I'll be finished by the point that this episode comes out. So if you can binge watch the rest of the show within a month, it's only going to cost you $5. So it's a pretty good deal. There's also a full length tier there. That doesn't matter for this show, but for other shows you will need that. And then there are other tiers where you can pay to have me react to a certain show. So if you want me to react to a show, then go have a look at those tiers and see what they offer. But that's all I've got. So thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.